Hello students, today we will discuss the question answers of the chapter, the national movement second phase. Let's get started. Okay, first we start with as usual, the first section A, which is multiple choice questions. First question says, this was popularized by Gandhi as a symbol of self-reliance. So the answer has to be self-understood. It is Khadi. Then the second question says the act empowered the British government to imprison anyone without a trial. This was Rowlatt Act. It was passed in 1919, and which was like one of the reason of discontent among the Indian masses. So the answer will be A for second. Third one says the literary figure. This literary figure renounced his knighthood to protest against the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. This should be Rabindranath Tagore. Answer is D. Okay, moving on to question number 4, we have the movement was launched by two brothers to protest against the injustices done in Turkey. Whenever we are just hearing the name of Turkey, then our answer should be Khilafat movement, the Ali brothers. Okay. Question number 5 says, okay. Question number 5 says in 1923 Dash formed the Dash party, which was to function as a group of Congress. So this was the time when they just decided to vote elections, and they just decided that we would be criticizing the government from within the parliament. So they were pro changers, and the party was Swaraj. Okay, moving on, we have question number 6, which says Dash organized the Bardoli Satyagraha in Dash. So Bardoli Satyagraha, it is a place located in Gujarat, and it was Vallabhbhai Patel in 1928. So the answer to sixth one would be A. Then we have seventh Dash organized the Indian Republican Army. So this you don't have to confuse him with Subhash Chandra Bose. The right answer is Surya Sen. Okay, then we have question number 8. In Dash, the leadership of Azad Hind Fauj came to Subhash Chandra Bose. It has to be in 1943. You have to remember this one. Let us check it out. This is a straightforward line that was given related to the Indian National Army. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, this should be the page. No, this is not. This is a little bit. Okay, this is to this. Okay, it is in October 1943. So our answer is 1943. We'll be leaving out this one since it is not possible to just explain this thing like that. So this won't be part of your course, which is there in the syllabus. Okay, number the events in order which they took place. So what you will be doing is I'll just provide you how these when did these events they just took place. So what you will be doing is you'll be arranging them in chronological order. The event which took place first, and then you will be talking about the events which took place later. Okay, so first we have the withdrawal of the non-cooperation movement. It was in February 1922. So we will just be like writing 1922 here. So I'll just be providing the year, that is it. Next we have the Simon Commission. Simon Commission arrived in 1927. Then we have Jallianwala Bagh, which occurred in 1919. And then we have achievement of independence. It should be clear to everybody. It is 1947. Satyagraha at Champaran. This took place in 1917. Then we have the Kakori conspiracy. This is the train at Kakori in UP was looted by the freedom fighters. So this event took place in 1925, and then we have the Dandi March, which took place in 1930. Start of Quit India movement, it took place in 1942. So what you will be doing is you will be arranging them chronologically, like we have the first event as Satyagraha at Champaran 1917, and then we have a massacre at Jallianwala Bagh 1919. Similarly, you will be ordering other events also chronologically. Okay, now we move on to section D. Give short answers for the following questions. What do you know about the early life of Gandhiji? Now, for this, what we do is at the first page of the chapter, this thing is given to us. Okay, national movement, Mahatma Gandhi born on October 2nd, Porbandar, early education. This, so you're starting from Mahatma Gandhi, born on 2nd October at Porbandar. He received his early education in India. Later, he went to England to study law. Thereafter, he went to South Africa to practice law. So that is it. Since these are like short answer questions, so you can just write till this point only. This is our this is D1. I'll just write the question number here. For second question, we have how was diarchy introduced in the provinces? For there, we have a straight away a paragraph is there. This is the paragraph. This is D2. This is the system of diarchy or dual government was introduced. There were some reserved subjects, some transferred subjects. So, as part of this subject like education and public health were which the British less important responsibility of real power remained with the British officials. So you'll be writing till this point, till British officials. So I'm repeating it again. This is section D, question number 2. The system of diarchy or dual government was introduced in the provinces, and then you will be writing till British officials. So this is your answer to D2. Moving on to D3, we have what happened on 13th April 1919 in Punjab. So this is something related to Jallianwala Bagh. Okay, this is here. On 13th April, you will be starting from here. This is our D3. Okay, so as part of this answer, we will be starting with on 13th April, the festival of Baisakhi was being celebrated. People gathered at the park and Amritsar Court to protest against these, and General Dyer, military commander, entered the park. He ordered to open fire and firing, and hundreds of people were killed and critically wounded. Since this is given in short answers, but the thing is that we are asked about the event which occurred on 13th. So we will be writing this complete paragraph. So you will be starting from this point on 13th April, and then you will be finishing it at till critically wounded. So you'll be writing it that much. This is our question number D3. So I'll just put up the number here. This is D3. Moving on, we have D4. Why did Gandhiji decide to break the salt law? How did leaders in other part of India observe the salt satyagraha? So we have got two parts in this question. First is why did he decide to break the salt law? For this, what we will be doing is we'll just move to the paragraph which is related to Dandi March. Okay, this is a little bit upwards. Non-cooperation, then we have this. Okay, as part of this answer, we are on page number 95. This is the paragraph titled Dandi March. So first we have to state the reason why did he break the law. Okay, the government, you will be starting from here, this point. Let me just take the red pen. Okay, you will be starting from this point here. Let me just put up the question number. This is D4. So this is D4. You'll be starting from here. First, we are discussing the reason why he break the salt law. Had monopoly to manufacture and sale. Okay, a sale of salt. People had to buy salt from the government. So this was an issue which touched the life of every Indian. So this is the reason why he break the salt law. And the second part of the question says, how did leaders in other part of India observe the salt satyagraha? For this, we have got this paragraph. So this is basically discussing what the national leaders did in other parts of the country. So first part you will be writing as part of this. The government had a monopoly on manufacture and sale of the salt. People had to buy salt from government. So this was an issue which touched the life of every Indian. For the second part of the question, you will be writing this complete paragraph. Okay, moving on to next question we have. What was the government response to Quit India movement? So in Quit India movement is given in the last. So we'll be moving on to this independence and partition, Azad Hind Fauj, Quit India movement. Okay, this is the paragraph. This is page number 98. So this is the paragraph. The government response was quick, and you will be writing this complete paragraph. This is answer to your D5. I'll just put up D5 here. So you'll be writing this complete paragraph as D5. Okay, now long answer questions. Give long answers. Discuss the early campaigns of Mahatma Gandhi. Was he successful in them? So we will be discussing all the three campaigns and then we'll be answering the question whether he was successful or not. For this, you just come to the first page of the chapter. This discusses early campaigns. So this we are on page number 89. On page number 89, you will be starting from here. The first movement which Gandhiji took involved was at Champaran, Bihar in 1917. Here, peasant on indigo plantations were forced to sell indigo at prices fixed by the early European planters. That is it. Till European planters is our first movement. Then for second, you will be starting with in 1918, Gandhiji led the worker of textile mill in Ahmedabad against the mill owners. Ultimately, the mill owners had to raise the wages of the workers. Gandhi also involved himself in Kheda. This is the third movement. His agitation forced the government to collect till this point. So, first you start the answer from here till here. You just leave out these lines. Then you start from here in and till the end of this paragraph. And at the end of the paragraph, you will be writing. Remember, we have got the second part of the question which says that was he successful in them or not. So you will be writing yes, he was successful. Yes, he was successful. Okay, now moving on to next question we have. Why did Congress started non-cooperation movement? Why was it withdrawn prematurely? Now again, there are two questions. First, we have to answer why the Congress started the non-cooperation movement. So this is at the earlier pages in the chapter. Khilafat, Jallianwala Bagh, non-cooperation. Okay, angered by the attitude of British, the Congress decided to start non-cooperation movement. Okay, the movement aimed at, you will be starting from here. This is our E second. E second. The movement aimed at protesting against British repression in Punjab, Punjab wrongs, the policy towards Turkey, and it was also for the attainment of self-government. This is the first part of the first part of the first part of the question. For the second part, what you will be doing is the movement was withdrawn. The movement was withdrawn because of violent event at Chori Chora in UP. Chora in Uttar Pradesh. Okay. So you'll be writing this as part of your part of second part of the question, answer to the second part of the question. Okay, moving on to next question we have. Why discuss the second phase of revolutionary movement in India? So we have the revolutionary movement second phase. So in this, though this is a little bit longer that is given in the book, so we will just cut short it. And in 1924, you will start from here and write till the end of this paragraph. So that much would be enough if you can just learn that much. Revolutionary activities revived after withdrawal. Okay, what you do is, hold on a second. What you will be doing is, so that it is more careful, you will start from here. You start from revolutionary activities revived after this and then throughout this period. This is our question number E3. I'll just write E3 here. Okay, this is the E3 till period. Okay. Next question we have. List the main features of Government of India Act 1935. Question number 4, the Government of India Act 1935. This should be at the end of the chapter since it was introduced in 1935. Okay, this is Government of India Act 1935. This is page number 97. We have this. You'll be writing its main feature were as follows, and you'll be writing all the 3 points. You'll be writing all the 3 points. This is our answer to E4, I suppose. Okay, this is E4. Moving on to the next question, we have discuss Subhash Chandra Bose's contribution to India's freedom struggle. So this was at the end, Azad Hind Fauj. Okay, this is the paragraph that we should be focusing on. First, we will be starting from here. In 1943, the leadership of Azad Hind Force came in the hands of Subhash Chandra Bose. This declared formation of provincial independent India in Singapore. You'll be writing till this point, then we will be cutting short a few lines. In 19 Azad Hind Force Andamans and hoisted the flag there. What you do is you just like write in continuation because we can not strike it off. So you start from this point, and anti-British wrote, and women also joined in large numbers. You write till this point. So as part of our E5, we have discussed Subhash Chandra Bose. This is E5, so I'll just write E5 here. We'll start from in 1943 till army in large numbers. This is answer to E5. Then we have E6, write short note on the Khilafat movement, pro-changers and Purn Swaraj resolution. So first we'll be looking at the Khilafat movement. It is at the start of the chapter. Okay, early campaigns. This is okay. Khilafat movement was organized by Ali brothers, and you'll be starting from here. This is answer to E6. Against the injuries done to Turkey after the First World War, Turkey was an important. Okay, what you do is Khalifa, the Khilafat entered the pressure. First, you write till this point. Since you are to write short answer, so you'll be writing the first 5 lines only for Khilafat. Then we have pro changers, so they will be the one who would discuss. Okay, this is pro changers. These pro changers wanted. You will be starting from here. Pro changers wanted to enter the legislatures and then make it impossible for the group to function opposing its policies. Hold on a second. This is not, you just erase it. Let us find out more. One group led by this wanted to boycott this. These leaders felt that they continued support election. I just wanted, so these, okay, no, we cannot write it that much longer. Okay, the second group called no changer. So, okay, first you do is you just write till this, you write this point till this point, and then you will be writing in 1923 the popularly known as Swarajya Party. That is it. So first you write these points, these till policies, and then in 1923 they just formed this party. The name of party is really important. It can be asked in one marker questions also. Then we have Purn Swaraj resolution. Purn Swaraj resolution, it was passed in 1929, so it should be somewhere here. Okay, withdrawal of the movement, start constructive program, non-cooperation movement, Khilafat, it should be later on, 1919. Non-cooperation, mobilization of the peasants, Bardoli, second movement, and okay, this is on page number 94. Purn Swaraj resolution. In December 1929, Congress held its annual session Lahore. President Congress Purn Swaraj, complete independence. You start from here and you write till as ultimate goal. You'll be writing these 4 lines, okay, as part of your answer to 3, that is Purn Swaraj. Purn Swaraj, okay. Okay, then we move on to the HOTS question, which says, why did the Congress actively pursue the strategy of mobilizing the peasants? So the Congress, peasants means farmer. So why did the Congress pursue this policy of mobilizing farmers, mobilizing in the sense including them in the national movement? So why did they do so? In order to make it a mass-based movement. So for this answer, you will be writing your answer as this. Because involvement of the peasants was necessary in order to make the freedom struggle a truly mass-based. So this is 7th, this is the answer to the question number 7. Okay, now moving on to next question we have. Both Gandhiji and Bhagat Singh believed in Inqilab, however, both of them differed in their strategy to bring about Inqilab. What does Inqilab mean and what was the strategy followed by two leaders? So we have just like Inqilab, for both of them, it meant that freedom from the British rule, but their methods were different. Inqilab for both the leaders meant freedom from the foreign rule, but Gandhiji believed in non-violent means of achieving it, whereas Bhagat Singh believed in violent means, believed that it could only be achieved through violent means. So this is the answer to question number 8. Next, we have question number 9. According to Gandhiji, Satyagraha is not the weapon of the weak, it is the weapon of strong willed. So, do you agree with him or you don't agree with him? We have to agree with him in the sense that this was the only weapon which brought independence to our country from the Britishers. So, if he would not have employed this, so we would not have received, we would not have got independent from the Britishers. So, our answer will be yes, it is a weapon of the strong, as this was the only reason Gandhiji forced the Britishers to leave India and we got our freedom. Moving on to next question, we have in Hind Swaraj, Gandhiji had stated that the reason for British success in India is the Indian cooperation. Gandhiji said that if Indians they just stop supporting the Britishers in India, then India would be independent within a year. So how were they supporting? How were the Indians supporting the Britishers? This is the answer. Indians cooperated by becoming part of the British institutions like that of police and army. So this is the answer to this one. That would be all. We can just, if you have got any questions, we'll be discussing.